Welcome to Village in Motion. I'm Clint Lambert, and it is great having you with us today. It's June 22nd. It's Thursday. Only one more day till Friday, and the weekend's coming forward. Today on Village in Motion, though, we have with us two individuals from the Sales Committee. That's the Resident Council Sales Committee. And we're just very pleased to have Betty Griffin, who is the Council Liaison to Sales, and to have Judy Korn, who is the Chair of the Sales Committee. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And tell me, what is the Sales Committee? I mean, we hear about sales. I think the name of the committee has changed over the years. So, Judy, your own sales, tell me, make the sales pitch.
Okay, the Sales Committee is a committee of residents at Green Spring, and we interact with staff in the sales office. And we have the members of the sales office come and give us, they give us the reports. We go over the reports. We interact with our members. We go on tours to the other Green Spring. We went to Ashby Ponds about, a month ago. We had a tour at Garden Ridge, so we're able to see the other parts of Green Spring and the Erickson.
Those are other Erickson properties.
And the other Erickson properties,
Right.
yes. And we had a great time. We really did.
Good. So the Sales Committee, though, is a group of residents that work under the direction of the sales employees or the management?
No, we're actually under the direction of the council.
Okay.
The council has established the committee, and then each year they, you go ahead and choose which committee you want, and then they go over it, and then they decide who
Right.
will be on it.
Right. Okay. Betty, you've been on the Sales Committee for a number of years,
Yes.
as I well know.
Yes,
And you have a sales background, right?
I do.
Well, you were a real estate agent?
For 25 years, yes.
25 years. You and Joe, you and your
Both
husband.
of us, yes.
And you actually worked for Joe, right?
No, we were never in the same office.
Okay.
No.
But you came here and you started working with the Sales Committee for the council, right?
Yes,
And you've been here, what, 6 years?
yes, believe it or not,
Wow, time flies.
it does, when you're having fun.
There you go. And you have been chairman of the Sales Committee, and you've been council liaison to the Sales Committee
3 years.
3 years. What is your role as regards to the Sales Committee and the council?
I'm advisory, and that's all. If they have a problem, they come to me, and Judy will come to me and say, "What should I do?" Well, okay, Judy, here's what you do. And it's purely advisory, and if asked, I give opinions. If
Okay.
not asked, I try to keep my mouth shut.
Okay. Judy, you're new to the area, right? Relatively new,
Yes,
what, about 4
I'm-
years or so?
Actually, I've been in Virginia 12 years.
Okay.
I'm a native Californian.
Oh, okay.
And I graduated from University of Southern California with an educational background,
Okay.
Join the club.
and I taught. And then I was called to help my husband open a dental office. He was a dentist.
Okay.
And I worked with him for 35 years, and we worked together.
All right. And then you decided to go east, young lady, right?
I came east because I wanted to be with my older son and his wife and grandchildren. And it's not easy moving from west to east.
It's not easy moving, period, is it?
But this is really difficult.
Yeah.
But we made it, and we got here, and I love it here.
Oh, good.
I really
Good.
do.
Great. Well, it sounds to me like with your experience, you're a good person to say, this is what we have, and it's not easy moving. It's not easy to recognize what you need to bring or don't need to bring, right?
Yes.
And somebody needs to do that with the potential new residents, right? Okay.
And we also advise the sales staff,
Okay.
and we are, most of us on the committee are ambassadors.
Oh, okay.
And so we assist with when they have the marketing. We assist with that.
So what is a sales ambassador? What?
A sales ambassador is an individual that helps them when they have these marketing events. You can be anywhere from a monitor where you just direct them to the apartments that are opened, and you can be a greeter, or you can be a runner, or you can even be on the panel to tell them about Green Springs.
Well, a greeter would greet the individuals, right?
Yes, a greeter stands at the front
Okay.
and welcomes them and then leads them over to where the registration desk is.
Okay. And the monitors just monitor what's going on, or direct people standing in the hallways and direct people?
Yeah, and sometimes, or else they'll sit like wherever the area is for the apartments that are opened.
Okay.
And they will direct them, or they'll take them over to show them the apartments.
All right. And then a runner, they run back and forth?
Yeah, a runner is really, you take them, if they want to see anything, you take them to the various amenities.
So you're an escort then?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And you show them more than just the apartments?
You can show them the facilities, anything that they would like to ask. Okay. Of course, again, it's all within a framework when there's marketing.
Right, okay. And then you mentioned a panel. What happens with that?
A panel will be like if they have a luncheon, they'll invite like members of Green Spring to talk about Green Spring and how happy they are and what is involved in living at Green Spring.
Okay, all right. Do you have a sales pitch that sales gives you, or do you everything's off of your own experience? And
it's basically off your own experience. Because if you come in with a sales pitch, sometimes it turns them off.
Right. When you tell people about how great it is here, what do you usually say?
Well, I say that you feel very, very secure.
Okay.
And you should come here before a crisis occurs.
Okay.
And a crisis usually will be health, or losing a spouse, or trying to think what else it could be. Anything that is of an immediate nature.
Okay.
And a lot of people tell me, they say, well, we're not ready yet. And I thought that, I didn't have a crisis, but I am a widow. I had lost my husband here. So I thought, it's better to get here before, get settled, get in your apartment.
Okay.
And so but I tell them also how there's so many activities at Green Spring. You meet a lot of friends. You're not alone. In my condo, I would have been alone. Now I have friends, and I eat with them. And every night it's like, who do you want to meet next?
Okay. So there's always that opportunity to expand your horizons, to meet new people, to get to know new people and do different things, right?
Yes, a lot of volunteer work. I do. I work at the Treasure Chest.
Okay.
And now I'm assisting them at sales when they need, when they call me. And I'm on the committee with Betty and 13 other members.
Okay, so you have 13 other members on the committee. Is everybody assigned to do one thing or the other,
No.
or they just volunteer to do?
They volunteer, and then we go over the agenda.
Okay.
And we meet every second Thursday
All right.
at 1:30 in the Village Square card room.
Okay. And the meeting lasts for an hour, hour and a half?
About an hour. About an
Okay.
hour.
All right. Do you have carryover from one year to the next as far as membership, or is it all new membership?
That I
every
don't
year?
know. I think that would be a question.
Betty,
for
Yes, about
Betty.
half the committee continues.
about half of the
And we do encourage them to continue because they've had the experience as ambassadors.
Okay.
And with the committee and with the staff, it's very important.
Okay. One of the things that I remember over the years is that to be an ambassador, you're supposed to have an orientation or something.
That's correct.
What is that about?
Well, the sales staff Franklin or Rachel gives us a 1 hour, 1.5 hour presentation about the do's and don'ts of becoming an ambassador. And it's an annual event. It's done twice a year, and all of the ambassadors are expected to attend one of the two events, in trainings. It's very interesting. Sometimes you hear the same thing over and over, but that's okay. I've heard it maybe 10 times. I don't care. I learn something every time.
Okay. If you're on for more than a year, you need to go back and have.
Yes.
So each year you need to have the 1 hour. Is it a 1 hour program or?
Well, it could be longer if people have questions.
Okay.
Could be shorter.
But you need to have that training each year.
Yes. Things change.
Okay. With ambassadors, do they need to be a member of the sales committee, or can be
Oh, no.
anybody in the community?
No, anybody. And a lot of residents want to be ambassadors.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You meet a lot of people. I have a lot of friends that are talking about going, and then I'll see them here and I say, well, are you ready now? No, we're not ready yet.
Okay. All right. What do you see as what's the largest reason why people are not ready? What's happened? What leads to people saying, I'm not ready?
I think a lot of it is fear.
Fear of?
Moving, downsizing. Every single person says, how am I going to do it? How am I going to get rid of mementos that I've had for 50 years? And then selling their house.
So those are big issues in regards to it.
Yes.
Okay. Does sales, in fact, some reason I'm thinking sales provides some assistance with people with downsizing, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What do they do, Betty?
We have Anna Greaves, and Anna is probably the best person on this entire sales staff. Anna is personable, knowledgeable, and she goes into people's homes and tells them, you can't bring that $3,000 chandelier because it won't fit in your apartment. But she's so good, and Anna is wonderful.
Okay. So Anna then actually goes in people's apartments,
Homes,
homes, and looks at what they have and listens to what the resident wants to bring with them.
and she also does a map of the
Okay.
apartment that they've selected, and this is
Okay.
after they've selected an apartment. She does a map and she measures everything so she knows this will fit.
So she outlines the apartment.
Absolutely.
And she then puts the items where they would go then?
I didn't know she did this, but I did it myself.
Okay.
And I measured every little chair, every little table. And when they moved, I had nothing to move after they got the stuff in, which is great.
Which is wonderful because that way you know what will fit and what won't fit, and you can make a decision which things you want to bring.
Absolutely.
Okay. Does Anna do anything else other than just going into homes and measure things? And
Yes.
What else does Anna do?
Anna she has been a realtor, and a very good one. And she has a stable, if you will, of realtors that will work with these people. And she recommends them, and they are all well worth the effort.
Okay. The stable, as you mentioned, of realtors, is it only for local moves or is it?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's for outside the local area?
She can. We have a friend that came up here from Richmond, and she sent someone down to Richmond.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And we always have contacts. I mean, there's a network with realtors, and you have a contact anywhere in the yield. You pick up the phone and call someone.
So for those of us that own properties that even live here, that we own properties that we have not sold, then we could go to Anna and.
She would help you find a realtor in that area.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds like a good idea.
It is.
Very good. There's some other things that sales
Committee.
well, not just the committee, but also the sales office, right? That they do for potential residents, right?
Yes.
What are they?
Well, they also will help them with downsizing. They have professional people, declutterer, and they'll help them with that.
Okay.
They will take care of everything from the move. They have the movers where they refer them. You don't have to do anything really, except worry.
Okay.
That's probably.
Well, when you get here, it's worry-free, though.
Yes. But I have two couples that are friends that I now eat with. They both had Greenspring do everything. And one sold their house about, just maybe a week after they moved in. They were all very, very worried. And the second couple are now in escrow. And, you know, and again, this is all done by Greenspring.
Wonderful.
They take care of everything. I didn't do it. I mean, I thought I knew everything and I could do everything. So I had.
But what I'm hearing you say is make use of the benefits that we have,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes, yes.
In regards to it. Betty, with your experience, you have seen sales kind of develop, right? Over,
yes.
Over the last 6 years. What have you seen that's different now than, let's say, 5 years ago?
We have a different director,
Oh, that's right. We got a new director, right? And
we do.
his name is?
David Taylor.
And David has been here before, right?
He was here as a sales associate, senior sales associate, and then he went to Goodwin House as director,
Okay.
and then he came back, which is great.
Right.
We love
And
David.
he was at Goodwin House, what, 3 years, right?
I believe so. I can't remember.
And he was here for about 4 years, I believe.
I don't know, under Eric Whitson and the
yeah.
previous director, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking he was here for about 4 years. But he's back now, going full steam already?
Well, I don't know. He's in training.
Ah, okay.
Even though he'd been here for several years, he had to go back to the 90-day training,
Okay.
and he makes time to say hello in the hallways once in a while, but he's very, very busy.
Okay.
I want to talk about something else, though.
Okay, what's that?
I want to talk about our welcome committee.
Oh, go for it.
We now have charge of, I say charge of, we're the parent, if you will, of the welcome committee, which is now called Greenspring.
We being the
We
committee.
being sales.
Sales committee.
And it's now called Greenspring Greeters.
Okay.
And we have a group of about 50 very dedicated people who are knowledgeable about Greenspring, who are willing to share their knowledge, who are friendly, who are the person to go to. And we make 3 visits with these new people.
Oh, okay.
When they first come in, there's questions about whether we should do it on the day they move in, yes or no, but very, very soon, because we give them information like, we give them this nice packet. And we give them information like the recycling schedule. We give them information about events for newcomers. We give them telephone numbers.
Okay.
And most importantly, we make friends.
Oh, all right.
We are there for them. We are their person to go to. And they are asked to call us anytime that they have a question. And they do. I have people that have been here for 2 years and they still call me.
Okay.
Don't you know? Yes, I do. And if I don't know, I will lie to them. No, I'll find out the answer and give it to them. I have Maxie Jo Nelson is the subcommittee chairman, and Maxie Jo is wonderful. I can't say enough good about her. She's very organized, and she has this thing right where she knows where everything is. We have a coordinator in each of the 3 neighborhoods. Fred Sachs in neighborhood 1, Elizabeth Belmonte in neighborhood 2, and Kay Healy in neighborhood 3.
So when you're saying the greeters, this is like the old welcoming committee?
Exactly, but we don't call ourselves that anymore. We're
Okay.
the Greenspring Greeters.
All right. And they're for all the new people coming in?
Yes.
Okay.
Maxie Jo gets a list from Maya.
Okay.
And then-
Maya is from the sales office?
Right. And
Okay.
Maya gives Maxie Jo a list, maybe sometimes twice a day, at least once a week, twice a week, whenever she has people. And then Maxie Jo deals them out to the 3 neighborhood coordinators, who in turn get someone from the building in which the new person is moving to go and see them and give them all this information. And it's kind of overwhelming, we know that.
Yeah.
But we try to make it simple, large print.
So then the coordinators in the building, or the contacts in the building, the 3
Neighborhoods.
the neighborhoods, then it's their responsibility to get people within
Their building, with
their
the building. Uh-huh.
Okay.
For instance, if someone comes to Jackson Court, they can call me because I'm a greeter.
Okay.
Elizabeth will call me and she'll say, your neighbor across the hall is coming in. Do you want a greeter? Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So it may be a different person. It's not the same person all the
Oh,
time.
no. We have, I say about 50 women, not women, 50 people
Okay.
involved in the greeters program.
all right.
And we have men,
Okay.
which is good.
Yeah. How does one become a greeter?
One comes to us and says, I would like to become a greeter. We also have training sessions
All right.
because we want to be. Well, my best example is if you order a pepperoni in Nebraska, you get the same amount of pepperonis that you do if you order it in Virginia. We want a basic program that's the same for every new resident.
Okay.
And by doing a training session, we do this. But we first have to know who they are. And if they're interested, then we want to see them.
Very, very good. Well, it sounds like the sales committee is active. It's got a lot of things going on, and that people can join all these activities. They can become ambassadors, they can become greeters.
Absolutely.
In regards to it. And actually, they become salesmen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Just by talking with our neighbors, our friends in the neighborhoods we moved from, and to get people to come in and join us, right?
Perfect.
Very, very good. Well, we're glad to have both of you with us this morning. Thank you for the information you've shared. All right.
Thank you.
Anytime.
All right.
Thank you.
Great. And keep up the good work and keep our apartments filled as much as possible. right?
Absolutely.
Keep our dues down.
There you go. There you go.